So, as I was recording my last video talking about the Eagles inside the top 10 of Peter King's power rankings, also the fact that the Eagles looked at bringing back Nick Foles, while I was doing that video, the Eagles went out and claimed Jimmy Moreland, once upon a time a Washington Commander, last year played for the Texans, but let's see what he could bring to the table.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got to talk about Jimmy Moreland, newest DB. There's one thing the Eagles keep doing. We're grabbing a bunch of wide receivers and a bunch of defensive backs. I understand because past Slay, Maddox, and Bradbury, everything's up in the open, right? Who plays for Maddox if he goes down in the slot? And we don't really know who's the outside backups. Is it Mario Goodrich? Is it Josh Jobe? I don't know. But before we get into him, which is an underrated signing, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. We're going to go over some film. Shout out to Sway21. I think he's a Washington content creator. He had some of this stuff on his channel. I got some of it from him. But we're going to look at what he's able to do. And I think this guy in run support and his pursuit to wide receiver screens is just very good. He's underrated, and you'll remember him as a Washington football team member that intercepted Carson Wentz. He was one of the guys that got an interception when they were beating us 17-0. That was the downward spiral of one Carson Wentz. But real quick, to refresh, he was drafted in 2019, 7th round to the Washington football team. He played 30 games over his first 2 seasons. He had 88 tackles, a half a sack, and an interception, and a forced fumble over his entire career. Last year, he only played in 7 games with the Texans, and he got put on IR to end the season. 26 years old, only 26. Let's go ahead and look at some of the film that he has for the Washington football team. Look at this pursuit in run defense, right? They're going to toss it to Ezekiel Elliott, and look at that. In the backfield to make the tackle. Watch this one. He's going to watch the receiver crossing, but he sniffs out the run ASAP Rocky. Gets right between there and makes the big-time tackle on the Green Bay Packers running back. Here, you're going to see the same thing. In pursuit, fights right through the tackle. He finds the open area and gets right through it. A really good move for a cornerback. Here, you're going to see some coverage. Against the Dallas Cowboys, slant, he's in there, able to disrupt the pass. This one's pretty good because, look, he fights through the block, never gives up. See, these are the plays that kill the Eagles because they go for long chunks of yards. Another one where he's just going to drop back in zone and almost gets the interception there. This is a beautiful one. Look at the pursuit. A lot of cornerbacks get beat when they get jumbled up like that. Here's when he got his half a sack, being able to use as a blitz. This play's tough too. Again, just running across. A lot of cornerbacks don't make the open field tackle there. They just don't. Again, pursuit, able to get past the block and get the defender. That's one thing I like about him. Here is when he jumps the route, takes that interception. This was against Carson Wentz all the way to the house. So again, little things. He can play outside, but he's more of a slot at 5'11", 182. So if you get this guy, if he makes the 52-man roster, he's most likely Avonte Maddox backup. If something would happen to Avonte Maddox, again, he would be the one that comes in. And while I finish up, just look at this again. Again, run support is there, but I like what he does when teams try to exploit him via the wide receiver screen and stuff like that. He's all over it. He's all over it. Again, we don't want to see him on the field because that means most likely Avonte Maddox is hurt. But I think, Slay, Maddox, and Bradbury, that's a very good threesome. Pause. A very good threesome. But could Mario Goodrich back up Darius Slay? Could Josh Jobe or McPherson back up Bradbury? And could he back up Avonte Maddox? Sure. It's a passing league. The depth is important. Look at this. He fights past his block and turns what could have been a 20-yard gain into a minimal gain. A minimal gain. That is what I like. The open field tackles, the ability to beat blockers. Again, look at this pursuit. When you get bounced out that far, I just, again, we're not trying to act like he's a world beater, but being on the Washington football team for the first 2 seasons, we know who he is, and he's a solid piece. Look at this. Never gives up, able to hit him for a loss. Again, can't get chipped, goes back there and makes us tackle. Just, I like it. I like it. Again, he's only going to be on the field if Avonte Maddox is hurt, or you never know. Teams come out and try to spread us out. They try to go 5 receiver set. Again, this is a passing league. If you play against the teams, well, we don't have that many great quarterbacks that we play. But the Dallas Cowboys, they might try to spread it out, right? You get to the playoffs and you got to face the Rams or something. They might try to spread you out. So if you go into that dime package, right, the package that Jonathan Gannon said we can't really run because we don't got the personnel, well, then you might have 4 corners out there. Maddox, Slay, Bradbury, and maybe Moreland. Because right now I trust Jimmy Moreland over the McPhersons, the Goodriches, and the Josh Jobs. And again, I want to develop them. I want to say that we got guys in the 4th round, in the 6th round, undrafted free agents, and we developed them, right? We need to start saying that on both sides of the ball. Wide receiver talent develop, cornerback talent develop, linebackers, safeties, you name it, right? Where's Kevon Wallace? Where's McPherson? Where's Davion Taylor? Well, we saw him get better, but the ability to stay on the field, we want to see these things come into fruition with the Philadelphia Eagles. We have to start getting these young, talented players. And again, Quez Watkins, look at him, 6th-round pick, and he's a very talented 3rd option. So, this coaching staff just got assembled. We got to see over the next couple years the development start to take place. Guys like Landon Dickerson and Devontae Smith, you can credit some of it with development, but they were studs coming out. They had championship pedigree, and it showed in their first year as a combo, Alabama combo. And shout out to Philly Fresh. You got to like what Harry Roseman did. Not only are we drafting guys that we like out of the SEC, right? But 2 players last year from Alabama, which won the national championship. And now 2 players from Georgia who won the national championship. So in the last 2 years, you got 4 national championship players on your team. 2 on offense and 2 on defense. That's building a foundation. Again, 26 years old. I ain't mad at the pickup. Is he going to be able to play outside? Is he going to be able to be an all-star? No. But it's solid depth. And you can look at the 7th-round status for the Washington. Why did they let him go? Why did this let him go, right? Washington upgraded their secondary before they got injured and whatnot. The Texans are the Texans, and I believe it's maybe more because of the IR status. And again, he's not coming in here to save the day. That's Slay, Bradbury, and Avonte Maddox's job. But it's a good piece to fit in with the Goodriches, the Josh Jobs. He's only 26 years old. And if one of them guys beat him out, if McPherson can show that he deserves the backup slot position more, well, kudos. Iron sharpens iron. But I think that Jimmy Moreland is a solid piece to what we're trying to build over here in Philadelphia. And his age fits perfectly. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section with Jimmy Moreland. And shout out to y'all because y'all commented on my first video right away. And I'm actually going to put it, you should see somewhere on this screen, the Nick Foles top 10 power rankings and Jalen Hurts throwing motion video. So if you want to and you didn't watch it, click on that and check it out. Leave your thoughts in the comment section on Jimmy Moreland. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Like, subscribe, we out.